I have something to say about deep fake. 13 hours is deep fake. That meaning that they spread out, they hacked into news system, and they used a sort of film trailer illustration to kind of lie about what happened. Chris Stevenson was in Denmark at an unannounced visit, and we later found out that the hacking included probably Murdoch's and Denmark Wire. So basically, I was not alerted that he came. I had problems with IT as well as law enforcement and other things. So basically, I was lost. And he came over, and we actually, when he arrived, agreed to go as fast as we could. And we didn't get anywhere because we were attacked in my apartment. My boy was there. That kind of deep fake spread out of the world, right? Now I see a new example. There is an old case called Shawn Grant, which is a case of I think it's murder, kidnapping. But now there's a lot of new videos showing another man who they call Shawn Grant. And there's a lot of witness stand, and I recognize some of these people, and I recognize the missing person, but it's not the same case. So basically they're running some kind of case under another name. And why they're doing it, I don't know. It could be that this other person is just accused for driving license something, or he's in a sort of environment where they, I don't know, traffic drugs, something like that. It's really weird to see like the three missing and a fourth that I can remember their faces because all of them had very special appearance. And because I'm good remembering, what people were wearing or who was with who, not always, but sometimes. And the trio of women are seen in that town. That town is run, you could say there's a lot of children in that town. There's scouts, schools, the heavy bar life and a heavy drinking attitude in that town. And they is close to a bigger town that are known to be drug town. So basically, it's always been a town where you had to be careful. Now, I'm from outside, and I grew up in a very abusive environment, so I'm always cautious. And that caution is maybe effect that I'm always a little, superstitious on things because I get abused. Lately, I get abused. I was abused in sport, entertainment, design, architecture, trend setting, being a model for dance, singing, and stuff like that. And I'm also, on top of that, if you cut all that piss of entertainment, I'm actually a negotiator. I worked in Northern Ireland with Clinton, and I worked Yugoslavia and DDR war down. So I'm no kid. And I was imprisoned in Litauen by the KGB, and I was confronted terror fighting in Copenhagen. So I'm not like everybody else. I'm not into the entertainment. I'm outside, and I stay outside because I don't like. I'm not an artist. It's not that I don't like artists, but I'm not an artist, and I'm not a commercial artist. I tested it when I was young, and I didn't like it. So basically, I was abused by these genres, right? And the problem is that when they make deep fake, they make it worldwide. It's like if I write a film script called Bodyguard, worldwide, right? Who get the money? Not me, somebody else, right? So that's why I think they might have sort of hostage taking if it is another guy trying to put him in some frame that he's a serial killer. He might be walking around free. But if somebody sees these videos, they're what? So basically it's not a fair thing. If it's him, because I'm really, it's very well. The only thing I would say about these court cases that I've seen with the wrong man is that it has a little bit of what is it called? It has a little hinge of something sexual undertone, something. I can't really get a grab on it. It's a little bit like Melrose Place or something. There's some kind of something working that it's a little too drama, right? Not the victim of the missing person, and that could be, when they, if it is deep fake, they could film the family after finding the person in another situation, another year, and then just put it inside. I was always finding another YouTube channel, which is this, right, where some German person, m1m1 channel name, right, were mixing up my child missing with Clapton's missing child or dead child, right? And I was wondering, why would he do that? I mean, what's the point? And then I found out that the site were actually illustrating a lot more. There were some private pictures. There were even something I thought looked like Maddie McCain. There was something from Anna Frank, which is pretty far ago, right? There was something about a doctor family that maybe was domestic or outside, I can't tell. So that kind of YouTube channel where it's a sort of new kind of crime to deep fake people. It's a new sort of fraud in a way, because the key point is that no matter if he has only a driving license gone, or if he was a murder, no matter what, they're still after my money. So if they can intimidate as this, they do. Then I was asking this m1m1 channel, why was that interesting to put those pictures in? And then I realized I was searching Eric Clapton cases that he has run against stalkers or management or something, and I actually found the reason. There is a German lady who was filed for piracy copy in Eric Clapton's case, right? That's exact problem I have with designing film scripts and DVDs and so on. So it is a pirate copy market problem. And if you look at who runs those things, there could be anybody included, scenes from a court case, lawyers. And I recognize some of these people intending to be a lawyer's expert actually might be lawyers, but they're in the wrong lane, right? Another thing, I just, this morning I got a job offer. Sounded serious, Gallup, right? And I called, and we agreed I should come and work a month. And I have a problem with transport, so I actually wrote back at the easiest way to sign me on for a month is to drive over, pick me up, and I go over for a month because I have some animals here and I don't have a car. And it's not a big problem. They normally they pick up horses all over the world almost, So basically that's maybe the least of the problems that the employee in that business would have, right? And if I can come now and start now and take my dogs, I would. But then after writing this, the message came back like, whoa, I just found a Swedish girl that will start. We're not interested anyway. Whether that was a phishing thing that they broke in on my line and kind of made an illustration that there was no job anyway, or if it was for real, I don't know. But it doesn't look for real. The spelling was bad, and I also think nobody would do that. If they had somebody they could easily get over, they would do that first and not call me. So it looks for me a little bit like the whole thing was fraud. And I even heard some jokes about it here locally. We're a very violating environment here too, which probably would turn out some investigation, right? So basically that comment like, oh, she's over the winner line kind of thing was just like, what? Are you reading my mails or what? So basically that kind of comment just describes the whole situation, that maybe she made it, or maybe she just looked into it, or maybe it was a sort of agreement. No matter what, all of this fraud, the police were attending that I'm hacked and didn't give a shit. And I also met a policewoman who is she's always on pictures in the news, and she actually turned away attacks, hackers, illegal case handling around my boy, animal abuse and stuff. She turned away from it. She didn't even write a report. So when they're so corrupted, I'm sad to say this, you are corrupted. When they're corrupted in the top of Esbjerg Commune, police, lawyers, bankers, telecommunication, then you should not believe YouTubes.